Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going live in the scope. To be fair, I can't lie, these in the scopes were meant to be more lives. So it's just that I hadn't sorted out the streaming stuff. So for the time being, I was just doing it, recording on the phone. But we're back, man. We're live. And today we got Arsenal versus Southampton, or should I say Southampton versus Arsenal? But it's Southampton that's in the scope. Yeah, man. The Saints. Flipping. Fun fact: Southampton were actually called the Saints before they became Southampton, and that's because it was actually a church team. I'm pretty sure it was a church team, and they were just called the Saints because it was just the local people from the church, and then one thing led to another. It became Southampton, and now they got the little halo on top of their on the badge. So yeah, man, that's who Arsenal going against, the Gunners versus the Saints. I can't remember the last time we played, but I do think it was in the league a couple seasons ago when we were challenging and we conceded an early goal and it was just the wheels started falling off. I think we got 3-3 in the end, but yeah, that was one of the moments we knew, this league could be going away from us. And if I'm right, we played Sporting after and then City after. So we crashed, like the league started collapsing, crashed out of Europe, and then lost to Man City to finalize an abysmal run. So this season we've got Southampton first, Sporting on Tuesday, Bournemouth, Sporting again, but City in a week or so. So we have a chance to kind of correct those wrongs, and I feel like we've been doing that a lot recently. Not even just this season, but the last few seasons, I feel like we've been on a lot of revenge tours. And yeah, man, Southampton, Sporting will do a scope in the scope for you on Monday. But Southampton, we need that get back. I won't lie. We need our lick back against Southampton right now. It's kind of peak. We're wounded. We just lost the City in the final. Carabao Cup final, a game that, a lot of us went into very confident, and we got hit with the O'Reilly. Then the other O'Reilly, two headers, man. I can't lie, it hurt. Obviously, Kepa made a mistake, but I think it's more than just a mistake that lost us that game. Just the play in general was kind of hard to watch. So you're looking for a response. A lot of our players should be well rested. I know some of them pulled out of international break due to injuries. Should I say? Due to injuries, a lot of them pulled out of international break. But sorry, people, just trying to make sure the comment things are on deck here, just so I can see what's going on in case anyone wants to leave a comment and whatnot. But yeah, you're expecting for a response. We've got a few players out, a few players that should be well rested, players that went on international break but pulled out just for precaution. Some players actually are injured, and in fact, furthermore, I've got a little list that I just saw on Twitter here. Yeah, let me see if I can get it up on the screen. I see this list on Twitter. Yeah, actually, let me get rid of that. I'll find it here. I see a list of all the players that are available for Arsenal. Let me see this. Arsenal. Where did I see it, man? I saw something like the players missing and whatnot. Boom. Here we go. All right, let me share the screen. Bear with me, people. So here we see it says Arsenal players not photographed in first team training today. Not photographed. Didn't mean they're not going to play or whatever. Not photographed. Nkapie, Gabriel, Timber, Zubamendi, Rice, Odegaard, Eze, Saka, Trossard, Madueke. That's a lot of players. Out of that list, who do I feel actually has genuine injuries? I'd say Nketiah looks kind of injured. He came off. Madueke, he looks kind of injured, but I do believe Arteta said it's not as bad as it actually looked. So hopefully he won't be out for too long. Trossard, did he come off with something against City? I can't remember. I think someone said that to me. He came off with a little something. Eze, they asked Arteta in his press conference the likelihood of, or when is Eze set to return? And I can't lie, he left it quite vague. I know I heard reports before saying that, yeah, Eze could return for the City game, maybe. But Arteta's said, what did he say? He said something along the lines of, let me get the exact words up here. What did Arteta say? Ebbs, I can't put a finger on it because I don't know, because he's a special character. Brother, what does that mean? What does that mean, man? He's a special character, so you don't know when he's going to be. That sounds a bit like mind games. I'm not going to lie. He did say Odegaard and Timber are in contention and that most likely they'll be in the squad. So that means really and truly the players that are actually getting rest would be Saka, Rice, Zubimendi, Timber, Gabriel, because I don't think that these players have significant injuries. Maybe they had who knows, but I think that these are the players that are actually being rested. So we'll get on to who I think we should start in the lineup if all these players are out. But I won't lie to you. I think this is a rest that was well needed for some of these players. If they don't play this match, it's going to be 3 weeks rest. The only thing is Southampton a team we can afford to rest against? Is Southampton a team we can afford to rest against? Because I was having a look at their last couple fixtures, yeah. And, where are they? So, here they are, yeah. Won their last 3 games, yeah. They got us next. Last 2 games were at home as well. Nice wins. All right. Before that, bruv, they've been unbeaten, bruv. Look at that. They've been unbeaten, man. And they played some good teams. Look, they played Leicester away, then again in the FA Cup. They beat Fulham in the FA Cup, and I watched that game, or should I say I caught some of that game. They didn't look easy, man. It wasn't straightforward for Fulham, even though Fulham had some changes. So to find their loss, you got to go all the way back to 17th of January. Damn, that's a long time ago. We're in April. Their last loss was on 17th of January. And let me have a look, man. I know they had Armstrong, but I think he left, didn't he? He went to Wolves. They got this guy, Larin, the Canadian brother. I don't know how good he is, but he looks like a bit of a unit. They got the ex-Bayern keeper. He's been getting I've been hearing a lot about him. He looks like their star man is this Azaz guy. Obviously, I don't know much about Southampton. Just looking at this and thinking of the last game I saw against Fulham. Yeah, it looks like they are kind of rigid, hard to break down, and they make chances. I won't lie. Against Fulham, they was creating some chances, man. So Arsenal, with all them players out, it is a bit concerning thinking, how are we going to fare against this Southampton team? How are we going to fare? I mean, I'm thinking of players that are trying to get into the team. Is this an opportunity for you? Lewis Skelly, we've been hearing a lot of talk. I've seen you had some good performances during the international break at the under-21s. Could this be an opportunity for Lewis Skelly? Maybe some minutes in midfield? I don't know. Who knows? Like, what are we saying there? Dowman, I'm sure Dowman will get another chance now, given the injuries the injury list that has come out. I'm sure Max Dowman, I'm expecting to see him starting, or at the very least coming on. But to be honest, I'm expecting to see him starting. Defense-wise, I can't lie. I feel like defense-wise, we have to have a Gabriel or Saliba. We have to have a Gabriel or Saliba. There's no way We're playing. Look, Southampton. They're 7th in their league, fighting for the playoff spot. Like they're in goal mode right now. Right now, it's crunch time for them, and they're on form. One win. They've won all last 5 games bar one, which was a draw. Like I said, they haven't lost since January. That's a long time ago. Maybe they're due a loss. Who knows? That's how I look at football sometimes. They're due a loss. We're due a win. So hopefully that just pans out. But yeah, if we can get through this fixture with those players that are named rested as well, that puts me in good spirits for Sporting. And I'm glad that we got Sporting and not Bodo Glimt, so our players can go away to somewhere nice and warm where it's not too, Bodo Glimt, that 4G pitch in the cold, it's not the friendliest place to be. So I'm glad we got Sporting and we can get revenge on them as well. Gyökeres against a Portuguese team, maybe he can shine. I know they said he only scored against the bottom half, but let's see what can we do, man? What can we do? In terms of the Arsenal lineup here, let me just put the screen back on because this is my predicted lineup, or is it the lineup I actually want to see? I guess predicted lineup, yeah. And let me just full screen this, man. So this is the predicted lineup I have here. Just ignore that. Saliba should be there. Mosquera should be there in my but we'll see what happens. Anyway, I know he's going to go Kepa in goal. I know, like, they asked Arteta who's going to play in goal. My man just said it's going to be a Spanish keeper that's under 32. So obviously he's playing mind games. He's basically telling you, yo, Kepa's going to be in goal. And that's that. I think Calafiori should start. I know he's been playing the games for Italy, but they didn't qualify. He needs a feel-good match right now. He needs to just keep that momentum up. Because I think he had a decent game in the first game. I didn't watch the second one that they didn't get through, but I thought it was decent the first game. Let's just keep that momentum going. We need him to get his fitness up because Nkapia is not going to be there for I don't know how long, but he's not going to be there tomorrow. So yeah, Calafiori, will be nice to see you finish the full 90. And when I can't remember what game was it. He came on against City, but the game before that as well, he was looking back to the old Calafiori. I'd have Saliba, Mosquera, centre backs. That's worked before. They're both very competent. I'm not doing the whole Mosquera and Salmon thing or Calafiori, Mosquera. No, I'm not. I don't think it's the kind of game for that. I think Southampton are formidable opponents, and we got to respect them. Ben White, he's been getting some good minutes in his legs in the while on break for England, so hopefully he can just keep that up as well. Had a decent performance. I think he even scored a goal. Well done, Ben White. This midfield now, given that it says there's no Rice, no Zubomendi, brother, Norgard and Skelly, we need to see it, man. Skelly was meant to play midfield in not the last cup game, the one before that, but Calafiori got injured in the warm-up. So Skelly had to go back to left back. So now, can we please see Lewis Skelly in midfield? Yeah, no more excuses, Skelly. Get a role in, get a chance in midfield. Show us what you're on. Show us what you're about. Cool. Now, the third person in midfield, I've actually gone for Kai Havertz. Again, I feel like it's just short of options, to be honest. I can't think of anyone else we can put there. And again, he had a decent performance his last game for Germany. I saw him getting a lot of praise from the coach. So hopefully, again, just come in, keep that momentum. You've been playing. You missed a lot of the season, so this is just more minutes in your legs, man. We're probably going to need the physicality in there as well. So having Norgard and Havertz in the midfield, and Skelly can be quite physical as well. I think we can, playing it right, we can dominate it. Now, in attack, I've just gone for the jugadores. Well, sorry, I put Martinelli there, but I meant Jesus and Max Dowman. Jesus has been chilling. Everyone's gone on international break. He's out here doing interviews, saying this and that. Listen, he's gonna have to play sometime. He's gonna have to play. But don't be surprised if you saw Gyökeres starting, because I do remember when Mourinho scored his hat trick versus, I can't remember, when he was playing for Spain and scored his hat trick. Arteta was like, "Yeah, I'm putting him in. I just want to keep that momentum going." So Marino stayed in the squad. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Victor Gyökeres stay in the squad, but I think it will be a bit harsh on Gabriel Jesus. He's been such a team player this season. He just waits his turn, and for the most part, when he's played, he's done right. He's done all right. He's had more good matches than bad matches this season. I can say that for sure. Left wing, I've gone Martinelli because I think Trossard's got a knock. Madueke is out. Saka's out. I don't really know who else we can put there, unless he puts Jesus left wing and Gyökeres up front. I don't know, maybe, but I'd rather just stick Martinelli there. And also right wing now, Max Dauman. Dauman has to start, man. In my opinion, he has to start. It's going to be a tough game. We're away at St. Mary's. For a lot of these players I'm listing, this will be their first time ever playing there. I'm sure for Calafiori, Mosquera, Dauman, maybe Skelly as well. This probably their first time playing in St. Mary's, and it's an intimidating stadium. I can't lie. This is a big club. Southampton ain't no joke, man. Southampton, I remember the days of Letitia, even like James Beattie, and like, bruv, yeah, Southampton, even all the way up to Mane, Van Dijk. Southampton aren't a small club. They're going to have a lot of pride. It's FA Cup. The magic of the FA Cup is going to be thingying all around that stadium, you know. So we need a professional job. I'm looking at the experienced players. I'm looking at Saliba. I'm looking at White. I'm looking at Norgard, Havertz, Jesus. Lead this team, man. Get this team over the line. Obviously, Arteta did say Odegaard and Timber could be in contention, so they could be part of the squad. So I guess depending on how things are going, you can bring one of them on to kind of like Odegaard to open up the game a bit more. Timber as well. If you want to be a bit more defensively pragmatic, he can play centre back, Mosquera right back, and we can really lock in. So to be honest, yeah, I can't lie. I can't see another lineup that we go with. 1 second, people. Yeah, we back. Let me just do this thing, man. This thing is acting. There we go, people. I'm back, even though this isn't the full screen thing. What's going on? Bear with me. All right, we'll run it like that anyway. Well, yeah, that's my predicted 11 for Arsenal versus Southampton. And really and truly, I know everyone's at that stage where we're like, yo, I just want to win. But I want a bit of a convincing win, man. I can't lie. I do want a convincing win. Like I said, you lot need to reassure the fans. You need to reassure the fans. You've had all these players pull out of international break, making us think, yeah, cool, we're taking it serious. We're not playing about with this season, whether it's FA Cup, the league, Champions League. We want to have our best players. We want to have our full strength squad for all competitions. So, I mean, Arsenal, please, man, just don't mess this one up, because, again, out of all the draws, you could only Port Vale would have been easier. Only Port Vale would have been easier. You couldn't ask for anything better. So, Southampton away, yeah, it's away, but I can't lie. Arsenal should be beating Southampton. I don't even know why I'm thinking too hard about this. But anyway, yeah, people, it's just a quick one. Southampton in the scope. The Saints versus the Gunners. Saturday, 8 o'clock. I'll probably be back on my channel straight after the match. I'm trying to set up like watch-alongs, man. I want to do watch-alongs where, you get what I mean? I can just sit here and you can see me like watching the game, analyzing the game and whatnot, because I find that entertaining as well. But yeah, until then, I'll be doing my player ratings after that game. Hopefully, I'm giving the team an A+, and we'll be going through to the semi-finals versus Port Vale. I'm out.